Hello and welcome to the third episode of the DxD podcast. My name's Lee and I'm joined by
David.
What's up, Tyler?
Claudio.
Aaron, you fucked it up already. You had one job.
You had
Come on.
one job. You have to say your name after Claudio says his name. It's not a difficult job, but it's one you were assigned.
Aaron.
Before he's not even here.
All right, we'll do it in post.
Wait, is Aaron is here?
Damn it.
Is
I was
I
muted.
heard him. He's here.
oh, you were muted?
Nice. Nice.
Why were you muted?
Whatever. Brady, what's up? Oh, jeez.
That's Brady.
I'm,
And
I'm here.
So
And
this is
Alex.
a great third
And
episode.
I'm Alex, and for the first time, everyone's actually here today.
Yeah, we have all 7.
snaps.
I'm sorry, I just killed everyone's ears.
Oh, man, okay. Well, that was painful.
Yeah, and this week,
Anyways.
this week we're going to be talking about shows that are currently airing and discussing them in great detail.
We get the 2 episodes this week. Yeah.
And so the first one we're going to discuss in depth is High School DxD's third season, BorN.
Sweet
And-
Jesus, no.
And I think it's great. If you liked High School DxD, then you'll like the third season. And
You'll
it
like
has North
Koneko.
Yep, and Koneko-chan. So, all right, and so moving on, Nisekoi.
Wow, that was quick.
Wow, that was quick.
It literally is. It's Lee talking to Lee.
So, more about BorN. They have a dragon now. Yeah, dragon's pretty cool. I like the dragon. Alright, Nisekoi.
Yep.
Good. I can actually talk about this one.
Yeah, so Nisekoi, season 2. It's
Tsugumi's scary.
Tsugumi's awesome.
She's
I don't know what you're talking
terrifying.
Micah is best girl.
No,
Not even close.
Nice
No.
try. Micah is the best girl.
No.
It's so obvious though. Like when you look at all the
Toki's
other
best
girls. No, what?
Yes.
I am so
easily.
disappointed.
Yo, I want to see Haru more, actually.
right? Because she's the best.
So apparently
Everybody
nothing
knows
happens
this.
in Nisekoi.
Nothing.
Yeah,
a
that's-
lot of nothing.
A whole lot of nothing.
See, I don't know if I'm ever gonna get to it.
I don't think
I don't
I'm
really
going
want
to.
watch nothing.
Yeah.
But the Flame Wars.
Yeah, it's pretty entertaining.
That's why you watch the show. You watch the show to go on discussions and watch everybody get
Flame
really,
each
really
other
mad. when-
For each other's waifus.
Yeah, exactly.
I
so
see that
funny.
enough. I see that enough normally.
Yeah, but it's literally an entire show based around Flame Wars. Like, I mean, like that's the only reason it's still going,
Seriously?
basically,
Yeah.
Wow.
because it's entertaining, but nothing happens. So everybody is just like, well, obviously,
They latch on to
whoever
the
they're
girls.
supporting is going to win.
Just add it on to the nothing happens. I think that because it's by Shaft too, it makes the nothing happens interesting to watch.
That
Like
that
I'm
too.
never bored watching it, even though nothing's like no development and plot is like happening. I don't
You
know.
said that people stand behind whatever girl they choose and that they are going to win. What are they winning?
The
What is
boy.
It's a harem show.
Oh, okay.
It's a harem.
Alex,
so.
are you a plebe? Like that should have been obvious.
He's a pleb.
I don't watch this show or most shows.
Seriously though, I mean, you should have. Like, we're talking about girls and winning.
Yeah, that and
It's
and
kind of
in
obvious.
anime, so it usually one would assume that it's a harem show.
Maybe it's a fight. They're fighting. Maybe they're winning an ultimate prize.
All right.
All right.
You're kind of
Nah, nah.
stretching it here.
But anyways, Nisekoi, if you liked the first season, you'll like this season. It's a whole lot of more nothing. Really, really pretty nothing.
Food wars, baby. Food wars.
This show is really, really good.
I fucking love this show, man. It's so good.
It's like I didn't really know what to expect going in. Like I expected it to be really weird because like of the freaking gifs I've been seeing, like of all the orgasmic reactions, and that's exactly what I saw. Orgasmic reactions, and just wow. But like, I actually am really interested in the story. Like,
Are you interested in the plot or the plot?
I actually don't love. Like, the plot is just the plot. The plot.
It doesn't feel forced. Like it's natural, sort of. I guess I don't know. It's well done.
I don't think it's necessarily like well done. Like, it's not like it's fan service, but I don't.
Yeah.
It's not Monogatari fan service. It's nothing. Nothing will
is
ever.
Monogatari fan
I know,
service.
and that's why like I don't love fan service unless it's,
By Shaft.
yeah.
So remind me again why I haven't watched Nisekoi yet.
Because nothing happens.
Because literally nothing
Monogatari-
happes.
But you know
It's
what?
actually kind of-
Monogatari, things do happen, just not always. But it's still pretty great. But no, Food Wars. I'm interested in what happens. Like, seriously.
Yeah, like I actually like the plot. I think, and I like the characters that they've showed up so
Yeah,
far.
I like the food. I like the main character.
And the opening and ending are absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I don't understand.
And I love the disgusting parts, like the squid hentai.
Yeah, like it helps like alleviate that, like we're watching these masterful chefs or whatever, and then like having like the disgusting part of the end or whatever, where it's like, I made this new recipe, it's terrible, try it. Like, it helps alleviate that. Oh my god, these guys are perfect. Like, whatever.
I mean, he's already a food god though, and I wasn't sure if he was going to be, but he apparently is. Like, he's not. Obviously, he's not as good as his dad, so that means there's definitely room for improvement, which I like. But he's apparently like already amazing. So
But he only
sure.
knows how to make certain things, which I think is going to come more into play later in the later episodes.
Yeah, I would
Like
imagine.
we already showed a little bit of that where he just had no idea how to do what they were doing.
And yet
But
he
made
still
like
Oh
made
yeah,
it
but he
something-
still makes an amazing dish.
and he made the dish
The
that he
dish
was
smile.
supposed to make, and in a small amount of time.
he made the chef that never smiles smile, which
I
I,
like
thought
the
was pretty ballsy.
explanations though.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, like, I could do without the crazy fan service, and plus I'm not a big tits person. Like, all the girl except that the new girl have like giant tits,
Mm-hmm.
and so they just like they're wiggling like. Just they're wiggling like they're defying physics. They're just wiggling because they're like in
Water
orgasmic
balloons.
pleasure.
Are you gay?
Fun fact, if you Google Food Wars GIFs, because you guys were talking about them a lot, you actually wind up with a sketch by Rooster Teeth. So it's really different.
Interesting.
But
Aaron, Brady, anything?
It's good. It's weirdly it's oddly sexual. I don't really know how to handle that, but I still enjoy the show.
I like the new girl character.
Yeah, I like her too.
I'm looking forward to see what happens from her, and again,
Although I thought she'd be kind of a badass, but she's not.
I did not expect that at all.
oh yeah, no, I adore her character, and I like the fact that she's
I like the fact that she's not like badass like all the
Amazing.
other chefs.
yeah.
Apparently she's good because we get that hint from like her leaving their village, I think,
Mhm.
town, whatever.
Also, how many kids were at the the induction?
a
1,000?
lot.
That,
2,000.
yeah, okay. That's a lot.
like
of
around
kids
1,000.
for a really elite school.
And they said that there was only going to be like top 10 that are going to
I think like
graduate.
I think most of them came from like the same chain of school. Like,
Okay.
I think there was like a pre-culinary school that also was sort of elite, and like that's why he's a transfer student. They
Okay.
came from still, but he's transferring.
That makes sense.
I'm not entirely sure. I could be wrong. I was trying to figure that out.
Yeah, I don't know. It's still good. I like the school, the way it's set up. It's huge.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Did we talk about the second episode yet?
Second episode. That was
Because
with
we're
the
discussing
God
2.
Yeah, I think it's 2 and 3.
2 and 3.
Yeah, 2 and 3.
Mostly 3.
I
though.
mean,
It's been so far. But
I
anyways,
mean,
episode
what do
2.
you think of the girl? The
God tongue one.
yeah, the god tongue big breast.
Just
not
big
bad.
breast. I don't know. I think she's a little stuck up, but it's funny.
Well, yeah,
Wow,
obviously.
what gave that away?
I don't know.
she's
Okay,
Yeah.
well, not much you can say about her. I hope she's not. I hope she's not the romantic interest, because we know there has to be one after what the dad said.
mm-hmm.
What did he say?
Oh yeah,
He said
that's
that
right.
the secret to being a great chef is to
Oh,
find someone
yeah.
you want to cook for, dedicate your
Yeah.
cooking for.
I have a feeling she will be.
I
Yeah,
think
she's
Because
definitely-
she was the first one introduced, and she's the one that he's gunning to beat.
It's gonna be Megami or her, definitely.
I don't
I've
feel like
heard-
it's gonna be Megami.
I really hope it's Megami because
It's gonna be either one of them. Like it's gonna be that whole triangle.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of those two.
Mhm.
Yeah.
She's. I mean, I guess in anime it doesn't matter, but she is 2 years younger than him.
Love
Who?
does not have an age.
I mean, that
Age
matters
is
a
just
lot.
baby.
Like,
Age
when I
means
was
nothing.
15, like when you're a teenager, like a year difference is a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
Like when
Once
you're
you
that
get,
young,
like-
that's a lot.
Once you graduate from like college, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, but this is not college.
I
Yeah,
don't
that's
think they're
true.
putting that much thought into it.
Yeah, I haven't putting that much thought into it either.
Okay, well, I guess I'm just too thoughtful.
You should
Think
be a
too hard.
writer.
You
You
thoughtless plebes.
You should join the writer team.
Wait, who's a different age?
Megumi.
Oh, she is.
She's 13.
I had no idea. I didn't even pay attention to age.
Yeah, she's 13.
No, she's
he's
15.
Either did the
Nope.
animators.
Megami's 15.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm on the MLA page right now. Not MLA, MAL
This is
page.
the partner, right? The partner?
Yeah, the partner, Megami.
Yeah.
She's 15.
I don't.
David, does
Are you
Chris Hansen have to have a word with you?
No, like it said when she was leaving for the school that she was 13. Like they said.
Yeah,
you
but she
just
was
went
Time
in,
has passed since then.
Yeah,
she
2
was
years.
got all those
in
bad grades.
2 years. She was in the middle school for 2 years.
Mhm.
Okay, well, fuck me. Never mind.
Well, that's all I gotta say about Food Wars.
Yep, it's good. It's really
Yep.
good.
It's
good.
really good.
Oh, and also,
So a lot of fan service, and not necessarily that I like, but it's still pretty good.
It's
Um,
interesting.
I think Food Wars is one of the candidates to replace Ninja Slayer on our permanent 5 list.
Oh yeah, that's
Well,
right. So
I think it currently
DanMachi.
it's between Food Wars and DanMachi.
Yeah.
Dungeons and DanMachi. No, DanMachi and Food Wars,
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
no one really wanted to watch Ninja Slayer after that.
After we
episode.
found out it's just a successor to fucking Inferno.
Inferno
Cop.
Cop. yeah.
Inferno Couple! Yes, justice will finally be done. Okay, I'm done with that one.
Yeah.
Yep. So moving on, we can talk real quick about Sound Euphonium, since we talked about it last week.
We only had one
Right.
episode this week too, because it was a week later than all the other shows airing.
Yeah.
But I like it still. It's wonderful.
Nothing really happened, right?
I mean,
Um,
Not
kind of
really.
like see
Well,
her
they
approaching
chose
her
instruments, didn't
Oh,
they?
Yeah, they
girl.
chose instruments.
And like she was trying to hide the euphonium, but ended up ultimately. I felt
Being-
really bad for her, honestly.
I
Like she
didn't.
seemed to really wanted to try something else, and like just ended it back up. Like I felt honestly so bad for her.
See, and I was just like, wait, but you've been playing Euphonium for all these years. Why the hell would you switch?
She said so. She wanted to try something new.
Yeah.
I completely get that.
Hmm. I
Her
mean-
options, if she did switch, are pretty
She's not
limited as well.
trying to be a great player. She like wanted to raise her hand for not going to nationals.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a little bit different because that's just my personal bias. But
Yeah, she didn't care if she was. She never liked it. She didn't love it. She never loved it. She just chose it because it was like, hey, you want to be euphonium?
You don't have.
well, yeah.
You want to be on Euphonium.
But the only thing that it's because like she had so many goddamn books for playing Euphonium and stuff like that.
She probably
But I
just
was
because
like-
she's a good student.
Wait, what?
Mm.
I don't know if that- I don't
her
think that
room,
indicates-
She had a lot of you.
I don't know
like,
if that indicates passion as much as like just dedication.
But she wasn't dedicated enough to what is it? Want
If
to go
you're
to
not
nationals?
dedicated, you're not gonna buy all those books. You're probably gonna quit.
There was that
Well,
whole.
no. They can be synonymous, but like she's obviously not passionate about euphonium when she just like really wanted to switch.
Mm-hmm. I think it is unfortunate that she didn't get to switch. I agree with you on that, but I don't understand. Like, I mean, coming from like my background and stuff, we just never switched instruments. You just kind of stuck with everyone you picked in like 8th grade. You stuck 8th grade on, but
for me, it was 4th grade.
But we can talk about that later. Because like I switched to French horn in 6th grade and then played from 6 to 12. But
Okay.
You didn't really switch instruments all that much in high school. You learned new ones, but you always.
Well, this is also Japan we're talking about, so we don't exactly know differences.
Yep.
Like, apparently you can still be in junior high at 15 years old.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah, because they only have 3 years of high school.
Yep. Yeah, that took me a while to like figure out that it was like, oh right, they only spend 3 years in high school.
Okay, well, is that what everyone has to
Yeah.
say?
Another thing on that episode.
I have something to say that's not like important, but like one of the guys that plays percussion, he brought out the timpani, and I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. And then the next shot, the timpani are gone, and I'm like, wait, why? Why did you move the timpani all the way back there? Why not just leave them where they were? Like, god damn it, those things are heavy.
Those things are a pain in the ass to move.
That sounds like a really, really like you really picked up on that. Like,
Yeah, I play percussion, so I'm like, why'd you move the fucking timpani, you idiot?
I got excited for about 5 seconds because the marimba was out.
Oh yeah, that was also out.
And then what's her name was like, oh, the thing doesn't fit in the trumpet, and I was hoping for the next 15 seconds that she was gonna get recruited in percussion because you just hit things.
That was kind of funny, or whatever. The dude with the drums, or whatever. Yeah, you just like let out your rage. I think it was.
Yeah, he didn't even-
that's what my brother like. He doesn't play drums, but he has a drum set in the basement. Just like, and he plays it sometimes, and he says it's just a good stress reliever, and it's hellish. It's hellish for us because it's so fucking loud.
I once got a note from my neighbors saying, "Please stop playing drums at night." I'm like,
I don't blame them. I don't freaking blame them.
Yeah, that's all I have to say about sound.
I'm curious where they're gonna be going with the Kyosuka or whatever, because they finally like showed Kumiko trying to like approach her about what had happened previously.
I have no idea what's happening.
That was another part of that episode.
I'm excited to see more of it.
I'm excited to see some of it.
Alex, shut up.
Get out of here.
Yeah, Alex.
When you watch more than 2 episodes,
that's why he's gonna be so quiet.
Well, when we get to those 2 shows I have seen, I'll talk about them a lot.
Get out of here.
Alright, anyways, next up is around pick up girls in a dungeon.
Yes.
Claudio, how about you take this one away?
I'm still not really convinced to be true because I feel like it's gonna drop soon. Like the story will drop soon. I feel it.
Can't
Feel it
keep
coming?
this up.
Well,
I think it's the SAA syndrome. Yes.
Do you think it's gonna drop in quality?
Yeah. It started really good and then nothing.
I just want to get back into the dungeon.
Next episode, I'm assuming, because you see her in the opening and the ending, but they showed at the end of the episode the chick with the backpack. So.
Oh right.
So hopefully we'll get more of dungeon and actually, honestly, I don't think the dungeon itself is going to play much of a role.
That's really
I think
disappointing.
it's just a title. I think it's
that's
just
the reason.
The pickup, like
Yeah, like that's why I wanted to watch it. Picking up girls in the dungeon.
Okay.
but unfortunately you haven't watched it yet.
I have a lot to
seen
say.
one episode.
I have a lot to say about this.
Same.
Because I had no idea what to expect going in, and like I didn't even care to watch it. And then I watched it, and it was great. Like I freaking loved it. I loved all the episodes. It has just like a really nice appeal to it, and I love I love Hestia. I love all the characters. I don't even mind the fan service because it's really not bad at all. And
God.
I'm curious to see where the story goes because I actually am legitimately interested in it. Like a lot of people are saying generic. I'm waiting to see if it's actually generic, because apparently the light novel got awards.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
light novel awards are not particularly.
It's very vague, but it's still, accolades
Like,
are accolades.
If most of your competition is like garbage, you're obviously gonna win it.
I'm just saying, like, I'm not excited. Like
No, I'm excited as well. I just want more dungeon crawling and less like fapping to Hestia's tits.
I'm fine with like wherever they go at this point. Like I'm just curious to see what happens. I don't need dungeons. I don't need trying to pick up girls. I like what's happening. I
also like Hephaestus. I like Loki.
Yep, they're all great. I love Hestia's voice.
I liked what was happening until like the last 30 seconds of the second episode.
Yeah, I know you're irrational. Sorry, being
Irrational?
offensive. Sorry,
You're one to talk.
How am I one to talk? Like, where does my irrationality come? Again,
It's a lot.
I
But
jump.
anyways.
When does it end?
But my reasoning for the last 30 seconds episode.
Please.
It like came out of nowhere. All right, so that entire episode, it was steady pace. It was perfect. Like I had no complaints whatsoever. I was enjoying my episode, and then like we're running away from the monster, but Bella doesn't he's not strong enough to defeat the monster. He's having these inner monologues like, oh my god, I'm not strong enough to protect her, blah blah blah.
Oh, yeah.
And then they like run out of an alley, and then the next scene is next frame or whatever is literally just lock off out of nowhere, and then like they tried forcing tension on me, and I was just like, whoa, this is really awkward. Where did this come from?
I honestly don't see where you're coming from because I didn't feel tension. I felt it was a logical following. Like it was just okay.
They tried to
Ronnie
force the
realizes he can't protect her. And so he wants to buy time. So
But where was that door? Where was the lead up to that gate?
It was just a transition. Like it's just a setting. It's just a quick transition setting. It doesn't need like I don't. Like,
they could have done
maybe it was a little
second
jarring.
and a half.
It might have been a little jarring
of him
but I don't
looking at the door.
Okay, alright. I don't have the same issues that Tyler does, but I feel like they shouldn't have wasted so much time with Bell running around doing whatever he was doing when Hestia could have been like, hey, don't go, I need to give you the knife, and you can go fight the thing.
Yeah, I agree with that.
There was so
problem
much
I
time
had with it.
wasted because
I don't think so because I mean she first of all she was having a date with him and she like loves him obviously so she had her mind occupied.
Knife.
Plus they had to go through that whole leveling up status check thing to give him the knife. Like you can't she couldn't just give it to him. It was worthless.
I know they could just do that right then and there instead of being like, oh, I need to go.
There was no immediate need to. Like, why would you give someone a knife?
Well,
like, you're just having
you
a date.
would because
No,
you're
no.
really. She was really excited to go get the knife. Like she was begging. She was on her knees begging Hephaestus or whatever
But they
to
normally
beg the
do
knife.
the status update when they're at home, like at the end of the day. Like
No, the
maybe
thing is,
she's
though, I'm fine with how the date turned out. Like, yeah, don't give him the knife right away. That would kind of ruin it. But look, a monster is attacking you. You should probably give him the knife.
yes,
But they needed
then
to
once
find a
the
safe spot.
monster attacked, they were starting to run away. They had to run away, and then they found a time to actually do the knife. And like, I don't.
If she should,
we can agree to disagree because I see no problems with the knife, especially after the third episode.
that they could have like
They wasted too much time
pulled
with
each
them
other into the lock off and then locked off the monster, then done the knife thing there, and then ended that episode there. And I would have been fine. But like they tried, they locked her off and like forced tension. I don't know. It just felt really awkward, and I was turned off.
Again, we're agreeing.
I don't see the forced tension.
I
But
don't see, yeah, see, okay, Tyler.
You don't see the forced.
Point. Nope. It,
But I
like,
agree.
it
Disagree.
sounds
I don't
like you're more like you don't like it was jarring, the transition, but I don't see any forced
will
tension, and
admit
I
that
wasn't
it was
even I
Jar,
didn't even mind the transition.
but I don't see really any real force tension. But like they should have done the knife little ceremony thing right then and there instead of wasting like an entire episode.
I can see a lot of like legitimate rationalization as to why they didn't do the knife thing. Like she had her mind occupied. She was like he already closed the gate. Like,
Mind occupied. Like she already bought the knife. I mean, it's on her back. How could you forget?
I don't think
She
she was
spent the last like 5 minutes asking for it.
again, like they were
She
running
could have
around.
brought it up.
Though maybe the
Like-
force tension, I could see it maybe where like she was about to give him the knife, but he closed the gate on her. Like and so they weren't able to do
I'm not
that.
arguing
But-
for force tension. I'm arguing for
No, I know.
wasted time.
I know. I was referring to what Tyler said, but
Well, it felt forced because like when she was locked off, she was like, "Belle, what are you doing?" And he was just like, "Sorry, I need to protect you. I can't protect you. Blah blah blah. Let's go." And like she was just like, "Belle, no!" Like that just felt no.
no, I don't. No, it was more not protecting, but like giving her time to escape. Like he knows that he can't beat it, and it's going for her, so he'll distract it so she can get away. It's a very typical thing that I don't have a problem with, but. And I can see where you're coming from, Aaron, with the time wasting, but I don't have that big of a problem with it. So, yeah.
I'm with David on this one. I didn't think it was like I understand that it could have been gone a little bit faster, but I didn't necessarily have a problem with it. I still enjoyed both episodes a lot.
I mean, I enjoyed the episode.
I
up
love
until
you,
that
Lee.
point.
I love you.
I love you too, mate.
Besides that, episode
Anyone else?
3, they had who did they ever give a name to her? The one girl that like they hint that she was the one who released the monsters and she was like looking for Belle.
She.
Did they
yeah.
ever release a name?
There's a lot of speculation that
Freya.
she's Freya and that
Yeah.
she's also Seer.
It's confirmed that she's Freya. I'm pretty
Is
sure.
it? Okay.
But then, and it's also speculation that Seer is also her. Like
I'm
the one
curious
that
as
said,
to
I
where
have
they're
a-
going to go with her.
that
Oh,
I
the
fell
girl
in
at
love
the
with.
end?
Yeah, it's also speculation that that's also her.
I'm just curious where
Because she's the
gonna go
one,
in.
like, it was her situation that led to him being there.
Yeah.
So it's speculated that, like, and also I think in mythology, Seer is an identity of Freya.
Either works.
I'm not sure though. I was just reading like offhand comments.
Gotcha.
Yeah, there were some speculations going on about that. But yeah, I like Hephaestus. So there's something about the eye patch that really makes me like her.
Ooh.
Yar.
Also, I played Hephaestus in a play that I was in a long time ago.
There you go.
Nice.
There you go. Yeah. I mean, when I said that I like the fan service, I wasn't trying to be like creepy. Like it's good fan service. It's always a plus in my eyes. Like if it's bad, it's like I don't necessarily like fan service being in an anime unless it's all about fan service. But if it's horrible fan service to boot, then I'm just like the show is disgusting. If it's good fan service and it's not like the main point of the show, where it's really weird with Food Wars, where it's like it feels like it's a good part of it.
Mhm.
Then yeah, no big deal. So is that
I think
all for?
I think we've covered DanMachi pretty
Wait,
well.
so wait, we really should be because a lot of 3 episodes are out, we should be like giving our recommendations.
Oh,
Should
right.
we?
Yeah. I mean, so far
Very-
I'd recommend everything that I'm watching. Or everything that we've talked about so far.
Yeah, I definitely recommend that.
Yeah, so do I.
DanMachi. And
I'm going to give some additional recommendations at the end because I'm watching some things that no one else is watching.
so is Lee.
Same.
Yeah.
Hit them
But
up
so moving on to shows that Alex can participate in.
Yay!
We can talk about a little bit about Plastic Memories.
Ooh.
which is a
I want to
wonderful
hear.
show.
I'm really curious to hear from, I guess Alex, but not first. I want to hear Aaron's thoughts, to be honest, because.
Okay, Aaron, do you want to go first?
No.
Okay. Thanks.
I'll go first.
Then Alex, I'm okay. I'm also good with your thoughts.
To me, this show is actually just kind of awkward because it's all like middle school level drama. Like, oh, how do I talk to this girl? Or like, oh, I'm so goofy, I don't know how to act in everyday situations. So like, it's entertaining, but especially in episode 3, when it was just a montage of trying and failing different awkward things, it was like, it just got kind of annoying.
Oh, I see. I thought that was hilarious.
That was pretty hilarious.
It's entertaining, but like, I don't want that to be the entire premise of the show.
No.
I'm with Alex here. Like strongly. The I don't know. That was the 3rd episode, right?
Mhm.
That actually was grating on me. There was some hilarious parts of it, but like the final part where he falls on her, like, which is extremely tropish.
Yeah,
I
don't like
literally
that.
I had to walk all away from my chair because I knew, like you just know that Michiru is that her name?
Michiru.
Yeah, you know that she's gonna walk in and see that. So I'm just like, fuck this. I got up, walked away from my chair, and sure enough, I turn away and I hear her come in, and I was just like, this is ridiculous. Like, I'm not joking. I was forced to get up because of how frustrating that was.
When that happened, I actually smiled and I was like, "Oh, so that's what you're gonna do? All right, I see how it is."
Yeah, like
I mean, you could.
It was horrible.
No, when that happened, I even thought to myself, like, Jesus, this is the route the show is going down? Like,
Yeah, but like it sort of redeemed itself with the last third. I really liked the last third, but it was like hard
What
to
happened
love
in the
it.
last third again?
They went
that's-
on like the date sort of thing.
yeah.
Yeah,
they-
and like it was a lot of story development just in that small amount. Like,
I have a feeling that
And he
the
gave her
last
gifts.
third is what the rest of the show is going to be like.
I really hope it is.
I hope, because at this rate, like if it keeps going down like with this more immature tropish stuff, like especially the first line of the first episode, which was like cringy, where it's like I saw you and I fell in love with you. Like, there's just certain things that are like, I want it to be great, but it's not great right now.
Yeah, like there's just such a, like, to the audience, a really visible love triangle where
Wait, what love triangle?
Oh yeah, Michiru.
Tsukasa loves Isla. She is off in her own world, and Michiru, I think her name is, loves Tsukasa. So, like, from the audience,
I don't know if we want to use the word love yet.
likes. And for the audience, it's so freaking obvious. But all of the characters, like, dodge around it, like they don't even notice.
They
Like
make
with every
it
show.
like a joke. They make a joke of like him liking Isla.
Yeah, they make a joke of him liking Isla, and they make a joke of Michiru liking Tsukasa. Like, it's people know.
I said before.
Like, yeah, middle schoolish. Like, it's
Mhm.
probably obvious to them.
Yeah.
Just where they, like, dance around it and they, like, bump their way through everyday situations.
I don't see. The thing is, like, they do make light of it, but it really shouldn't be made light of. Like, someone should fucking tell him that she's gonna die soon.
Yeah.
It's
like,
ridiculous.
At the end of episode 2, they were like, she has 2,000 hours. That's
And like
less
it
than
ended.
3
The
months.
episode ended like as if it was a super like serious thing, and it
Oh
is
yeah,
serious.
super dramatic, and no one told him.
Yeah, just like
Like,
Jesus, that's 82 days.
Obviously, he's gonna find out later, though. So
But now
That really
Yeah,
didn't
but
bother
like-
me.
Okay, I said before that I don't really. I would prefer the show if it just dumped the whole Tears for Days goal and just, did some lighthearted fun.
Mhm.
But I see now that it's going to be hard to keep that going. So I'm forced to say that, yeah, the show is going to have to get really dramatic / heavy. But even then, I don't believe that I can actually feel anything for the characters if they do that. The main characters land. Isla is okay. The other guys, I don't know anything about them though. I mean, I
Yeah.
like Michiru, but that's it.
I'm really I this I'm looking at speculation by fans about Isla, like why she's doing what she's doing, and I'm kind of like I kind of want to stick around just to see like how she's going to develop, because she has the emotions of a human, but she decides not to manifest them because she knows she's at the end of her lifespan.
Also,
like,
people have been doing
speculation, but
yeah, people have been talking, and I read a comment like, so why can't they just save Isla's memory? Because I mean, let's get real. Saving memory is pretty easy in this world, at least. And people were like, yeah, why is that an issue in this world? Well, maybe it's because of emotions, but whatever.
We should not talk about things like that, because that's obviously.
Well, kind of what they've said in the show is that like it has to do with the artificial soul. And what I was hoping, kind of like at the start of the show, was they're going to investigate...
Artificial soul, first of all. What the hell is that?
Like, they're going to investigate what that is, and then maybe, like, solve the problem of the soul, or, like...
Somehow I don't think so. The main character's not smart enough to figure that out.
Mm-hmm. I think it's just going to be...
I don't know why it has to be him. Like, he seems to just... be going along with the flow and trying to deal with...
Yeah, well, maybe the other guys will do it, but, like...
Yeah, it's just too sappy in its current direction.
If it ends up being, like, really dramatic, like, what show was really sad? I'll just use Clannad, because people say it's sad. If it ends up being, like, Clannad levels of sad, I don't think I'm going to like the show, because I don't care about the main character.
Mm-hmm.
It just doesn't seem like
it definitely seems like it could get super heavy.
I mean, it's going to, because they said 1,000 hours.
It is, but like I mean, like the whole entire show is going to be insanely heavy. And I don't know like how forced it's going to be.
Yeah, because it's doing like a weird fine line between being super heavy and then like just goofy all the time.
Well, you know what pulled that off really well? Shigatsu.
Yeah, I've been thinking the same
Some
thing.
people disagree. There was like a big backlash against Shigatsu after it stopped airing.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I enjoyed Shigatsu, and I'm hoping that Classic Memories... I'm enjoying it. I think I'm definitely going to continue watching it. Like, even if we weren't saying that we were going to watch it every week, I would definitely continue. Because I actually enjoy the main character, and I'm interested to see how they resolve the whole Isla issue and stuff like that. So,
yeah,
I don't know. I'm liking it a lot, and I don't mind the petty drama. That's something that doesn't bother me as much as it bothers other people.
Well, like, it doesn't bother me enough like lock-offs.
I kind of agree that like I'm curious in the show, so I'm going to keep watching, but I'm not really invested in the characters at this point.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yep.
I don't know, they interest me.
Yeah, I'm not invested in the characters. I'm curious to see where Isla goes. I want to see how it develops. But again, if they have some of the same episode 3 bullshit that they had, I am dropping it because I can't stand it. I'm gonna repeat that I had to get up from my chair, turn around, and I sighed. Like I was forced to leave my chair. I couldn't stand it.
So we've got the whole spectrum of reactions to it.
That's a good thing.
My reaction wasn't as dramatic, but I was still like, this is
I'm still hoping that it's gonna like kind of be like Steins Gate sort of, because like Steins Gate started off slow and then it really like got heavy.
Oh no!
By the same
Steins
writer.
Gate started off
Steins Gate
slow,
did it
but it was
really well, though.
amazing. Like it did it. It was slice of life-ish, and it still introduced some of its concepts. It did it so amazingly. Like this is not even comparable to Steins Gate at this point.
We shall see. I didn't think.
Is this a
was
VN
anything
adaptation?
Special.
No.
Pretty sure it's an original.
It's original. It's original.
I think it's an original.
Oh God, that makes it worse.
Why?
Because again, that first line in the beginning, like "I fell for you," like that spoke VN to me.
Yeah.
I didn't have a problem with that one.
Oh no, it's based off of a manga.
Ah.
Yeah, it does seem like a manga thing to do.
Yeah, my reaction was so dramatic, Aaron. concerned because like I just was expecting more from the show,
Mm.
and it was unbelievably tropish that I couldn't.
You had college white girls level of can't even.
Can't even. Couldn't even. Won't even. Didn't even. Couldn't even.
So we're
Yeah.
pretty split on this one. I think, actually, I don't know. I'm enjoying it, but I don't know if I'd recommend it. Because
I'm not excited to watch the next episode. That's basically sums up my feelings. I will.
Essentially, I'm saying that the show is screwed either way for me. Yeah.
I'm saying that I would like to see where it goes. I think that it actually requires a 4th episode before you make a good recommendation. I'm gonna say that because 3rd episode fucked up in a lot of ways, and I want to see the 4th, and then I'll probably have like I'll say it's worth a 4th episode, and that's it. If the 4th doesn't do it for me,
Mm-hmm.
then I'll say people should stay away.
Yeah, I'm kind of in that boat where the first 2, I liked the direction. The third
Yeah,
one,
pretty good.
it's veering off, and if it keeps going in that way, I'm really not gonna be that invested.
And then you're just gonna have one show you're watching.
No, I'll keep watching. I'm watching more than one. I just didn't keep up for this week.
Uh-huh. All right. Well, that's Plastic Memories, I guess. Does anyone else have any other comments, or are we good?
I think we're good to move on from Plastic Memories.
All right.
Moving on to
Kekkai Sensen.
hell yeah, this show
I like this show.
is.
I thoroughly enjoy it.
I enjoy it a lot. It's just I was expecting not this show when I first read about it. I thought it was going to be some like dark,
I was expecting it.
like some dark, heavy, really serious piece, and it is not that at all.
It's
So
just
I'm
I just wanna-
enjoying the hell out of it.
yeah,
I just
it's
wanna
just
say
crazy
that,
action, and it's awesome.
two of us are an episode behind here, and so we're gonna talk about the 2nd episode, and then we're
Yeah,
gonna
and
start
then
talking
we'll
about the
switch.
3rd. But we're like two people that are behind are gonna refrain because at least I don't want to be spoiled on the show because I'm looking forward to the show.
And that shows a little bit about how we all feel about this show. That I would recommend it.
Well,
Wait,
Aaron.
are you recommending Kekkai Sensen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd recommend it. People have, actually not people. You guys have said that this show is kind of like Bakano.
I never
Yeah.
said that.
I've
said-
said
not
Not
like-
Brady, not David. Damn it.
So it
I
was
said
Lee.
Lee. Lee said that. I can kind of see that because one of the characters looks like Ennis from the show. And it also has that mafia gang thing going on. But I have to admit that Bakano was better.
Oh yeah, I wasn't. The reason I said that is because
Like Bakano was
it was
confusing, but it never completely lost me. This show was losing me like in the middle of its story. I have no idea
Really?
what's going on.
Bakano was one of my favorite animes that I've seen thus far. And I get the parallels, like the setting, or at least the like time period that they're going for, is
Yeah,
kind of similar.
I was saying that the reason I said it was similar to Bakano is because the time period, so like the feel of the show, the setting of the show
It's
is
similar,
relatively
yeah.
similar. It's like that mobster style,
Inner city.
yeah, inner city stuff like that. And it has like dark themes, but a
I don't think
lighthearted
Bakano
feel.
had any dark themes.
I mean, it was maybe not dark themes so much as just like it was a pretty dark.
Like it
Show?
had serious topics, but it definitely had more just kind of craziness to outweigh it.
Yeah, I mean, like there was a lot of just mindless slaughter in that show,
Oh yeah.
and this show has the same
I don't know
thing.
about mindless slaughter, but there was slaughter.
But yeah, it gives me the same kind of vibe. But really enjoying it. I like the main character a lot, and I like.
I'm just really confused. That's what I'm trying to say. It's
What is kind of confusing you? If you can elaborate.
like, what the hell's going on? Like, actually, what the hell's going on? We got the eyes guy, Leo.
Remember, refrain from third episode.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
We got Libra,
Mhm.
and then, like, is this show episodic? Because I
Yeah,
feel like
It is.
I've been thinking of it as an episodic, not as an overarching
is.
story.
okay.
Like, because
'Cause
it's
at
just
one
he
point-
joined Libra, and now they're just every
The second
every
episode, that one guy, the guy who was Marito's voice actor, he was literally beating the crap out of Leo, stealing all of his pizzas, and I'm like, what the hell's going on?
That was
But
funny.
they
They explained that at the end.
Yeah, they did explain that. Like, oh,
Yeah, they-
actually, but then he's like, he didn't believe it. Like he said, oh, so you were just trying to protect me, and then like hilariously, he's like, is that what you wanted me to think?
No,
If I think of this as a episodic show, I think I'll understand.
a good way
That's
to
not supposed to connect.
a good way to think about it is that it came from a manga, so it's kind of episodic, like a lot of crazy rising and falling, and it also just drops you right in. They're not trying to explain a lot of the backstory right off the bat. They're just like, action is happening.
I kind of like that. I kind of like this storytelling style where it drops you in Act 2.
Yeah, I like it.
It's what a lot of video
I
games do,
typically-
but
you guys know that I typically don't gravitate towards episodic animes.
Mhm.
For the first 2 episodes, I couldn't tell that it was episodic, and the cliffhanger, sort of pseudo cliffhanger, left at the end. Like, I'm curious to see who that girl is, and you guys already know, but I'm curious.
Do we already know?
Oh, well, I'd assume
we-
because
We have her name, but
Yeah, that's it though.
that's one of the things that we're
okay,
gonna
well,
discuss for
you know
episode-
more than I do.
Yeah.
No, not really.
We're that's one of the things we're gonna discuss is that Lee actually didn't like the fact that they didn't talk about her, but I thought it was alright.
this is spoilers, mate.
No, it's not. We're not saying what happens. We're just saying what doesn't happen.
That's sort of saying what
that's
Lee
spoilers.
learned this.
All
Lee
right.
learned this.
When we're
earlier.
talking with David, that is spoiler.
Anything is a spoiler. Okay.
Anything
No.
and everything is a spoiler.
Saying what doesn't happen is a spoiler because
Okay.
now I know what doesn't happen. No, but I'm liking it. Like I'm trying to see what happens. I want to see what happens from the MC. Seems like a decent MC to me.
He's okay for me.
Yeah, I'm definitely curious. And I'm liking what I'm seeing. I'm liking the animation. I'm liking the god eyes. So
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, I can't say too much because I'm 1 episode behind.
Yeah, with the God Eyes, that's kind of why I really liked episode 2, because in episode 1, you just kind of learn that Leo has this power and that it's decent at getting things done. But in episode 2, you learn that he actually has some kind of power here. He's not just
Yeah.
a guy wandering around.
Yeah, like he
Yeah.
can do things. Like I didn't exactly understand what he did, but it's something psychic.
I saw it as like he projected whatever he saw onto other people's vision.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
what
he
I-
saw
what
the
I-
monkey, and then they all of a sudden saw the monkey,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like distracting, which I thought was kind of clever.
So what I took it away as is that he got the God Eye ability, so he can now like it kind of rewired himself so that he doesn't. It's not an overload of information. He can extrapolate information from it, but a normal person can't.
Mm-hmm.
So when he gives them his vision, it just overloads your senses, and you just get nauseous and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because you just can't handle that amount of input. That's what
Makes
I
sense.
figured it was.
Yeah, and I'm definitely curious to see kind of how useful his vision can become.
Mm-hmm.
Because they've really just kind of touched on, oh, he can see things here or there, but like in one of the descriptions in the show, they said like it can see through time, and he hasn't done that yet.
And I'm curious to see how we got them. Like, I don't know if there was a sacrifice made. I don't know what happened to his sister.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
we need to figure that out.
because he wrote a letter to his sister in the first episode, so I'm assuming she's alive.
Well, yeah, she's obvious. I think she's obviously alive.
No,
but-
she is alive.
But
Um,
the parents, we don't know.
Well, I think something happened to the sister. I don't know what. I don't know if she lost her eyesight or if she never had her eyesight or. But the letter, it gets confusing. But I think it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be vague.
I think that she does have her vision because he was able to write her a letter, and I
But,
think
like, someone could be reading it to her. Just saying.
that's true. But I think because she was in a wheelchair when it happened, so I think maybe the parents were sacrificed, and that's what happened.
But that'd be fucked up. I think.
Wait,
I
what
feel
kind
like.
of
I feel like.
sacrifice would that be?
I feel like it would be a little more serious. Like, he'd be a little more depressed if he sacrificed his parents.
She even says, you know, take me. Like, what kind of person would that be? Like, hey, kill my parents, easy.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it was the parents. I'll just
Yeah,
say.
definitely not the parents.
Well, I mean, they're not there, so it's like, where are they?
Well, anime parents are always not there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I definitely. Can we move on to talking about episode 3 and my qualms with episode 3?
Wait. I want to say that the whole series is, for me, for episode 2, carried by Klaus.
Klaus, really? I mean, he has Kiritsuga's voice actor,
He's pretty legit.
which is nice.
I know.
Yeah,
I
we
like
did
the
also.
series a lot. It's
Who is that again?
Awesome.
Is it the man? Is it the
Klaus?
MP?
Klaus von Reinhardt. He's the
He's the guy with the
sideburns for days.
yeah,
Oh.
the mutton chops.
He has like fangs.
Yeah.
He's red hair.
he's the
cool.
leader.
He's cool. Yeah, I like him.
Okay, yeah, I see him. Okay, are you guys about to transition?
Yes, and we'll let
Okay.
you know when we're done.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So my qualms with the third episode was the fact that we don't get to see the ghost chick, whatever the fuck her name is. And that just like they hinted at her and she seemed really, really cool.
Something I've
and then
noticed-
nothing.
I am alright with it because they showed her at the beginning and the end, and if you and at the end she says, "It's great to have someone else to talk to who's not my brother." And then in the after credits scene, they mentioned a brother, so I assume it's her brother, and we're gonna get some kind of crazy drama because there was blood everywhere.
Oh yeah, I mean like, I liked what they showed of her, but I wanted more. I wanted to just because her character just seems awesome and ridiculous. I just wanted to see more of her, more of.
They're
White.
going in order because the first episode kind of talked about Leo's personality. The second episode talked about White Suit's personality. Third episode talked about Klaus. So I think they're going to get the characters out of the way, and then they're going to do more.
Something I noticed about the ghost chick is that she reminds me a lot of Seiryu Ubiquitous. Ubiquitous. Is that how you say that word?
Not ringing any bells.
Ubiquitous.
Oh, the word is ubiquitous.
Yeah, ubiquitous. She reminds me a lot of her because she has the same crazy eyes.
But yes, Lee, I do
Oh.
see more of her.
Yeah, I could kind of see where you're coming from, Aaron, with that, but I think she's White is the ghost chick. I think I don't know. White's gonna be a lot more fun than crazy justice bitch from Kame ga Kill.
Bitch is crazy.
Yeah, I talked about that before.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and especially since White and who we think may be her brother are on the like cover art for, or at least on my anime list for the show. So I'm interested to see how they play in. So I have a feeling like these first few episodes are going to be episodic, and then they, White and brother character, are going to be the arc that happens.
Yeah. I thought it was really interesting that they went into the alternate world, because they showed it at the end of episode 2, and now they're actually there for part of episode 3.
So they played the most fucking ridiculous game of chess.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the hell?
That was awesome.
Dude, that was awesome.
Once
I don't
again,
even know what happened. It was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, great. This
Like-
is going to be a fun.
Because
Sorry.
it's just showing a lot about Klaus, where it's like, he has the most badass blood power, but now apparently he's also like a genius.
Mm-hmm. You know, normal stuff.
Every day.
Yeah.
9-hour chess game. Good.
No,
99
no,
hour
99
chess game.
Yes.
99?
It
yeah,
was
it was roughly
99.
4 days.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
What I was
That's
wondering,
why. That's why his nose started bleeding.
Dude, that
Oh,
was
really?
so cool how they had the whole, what is it, to just show how long the time has been or whatever. They had the one girl with their cigarettes or whatever, just piling them all on top of each other because she was sitting there smoking the entire time.
Well, yeah, what I was wondering is, are they actually in there for 99 hours, or does that, like, plane of existence just travel a little bit faster?
I'm
That's
pretty
what I was
sure they
thinking.
were in there for 99 hours. Like,
What I think it was. I think that plane traveled a little bit faster because, you know, that was a lot of cigarettes. But someone who's nervous and impatient will smoke that many cigarettes in a much shorter amount of time than 4 days.
Yeah, because, like, every time they showed back outside, they were just
wow, no,
standing
there's
in
also
that
the whole
hallway.
alter world stuff too. So
Yeah, I think that one was sped up. Like, obviously, they spent a few hours standing there.
Oh,
But
yeah.
They didn't send 99 hours spent.
Yeah, they didn't just hang out for 4 days.
All right, so should we wrap this up? Because Fate Stay Night is kind of important.
Okay. So
I'm fine with wrapping it up. So to wrap it up.
So, thank you guys for listening. We are not talking about Face Day Night today. Just kidding.
I'll just go make my own podcast.
I was kidding.
blackjack and hookers.
Of course.
You know what?
All right, so Fate Stay Night, episode 3.
Okay, so now I'll bring them back, and then I'll bounce, because I haven't seen this.
Mm-hmm. I just
Okay.
told the Higgs that he can come back.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
He's back. But so to wrap up Kekkai Sensen before we move on is I think it's fantastic and is definitely one of the better shows this season. You should totally watch it.
I will recommend. Story, kind of awesome. Art, very awesome.
I'll recommend it.
I think I'll probably recommend it.
Yeah. All right, so Fate Stay Night, here we go.
All right, so I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, Alex is leaving. Goodbye, Alex.
Bye, people.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Alex.
And Fate Stay Night, which was fantastic. As usual.
I beg to differ.
No, it was not fantastic.
It was amazing.
Nope.
Coming
Was
from a
not
visual
fantastic.
novel.
It was amazing.
Coming from a visual novel reader's perspective, it was exactly what I wanted it to
Coming
be.
from a writer's perspective, it was awful.
Coming from both what Aaron said and a non-anime watch, only anime watcher viewer, and only an anime. Okay, I'm fucking up. Anime only watcher. It was not that good, and Tyler's also an anime only watcher. He liked it, but me and Aaron have problems.
I understand why you didn't like it, David. It definitely felt like out of the loop, but like, I'd also watched Fate Zero, and I like kind of like tied in my feel of Fate Zero.
Other people don't know why I didn't like it. So
Yeah.
So should we start with Lee, why he liked it, or should we start with me or Aaron as to why we didn't like it?
I'll get my stuff out of the way first because it's pretty specific, and then I can talk to you guys
Yeah, Lee go first.
So
Because he has
I
the most
thought
experience.
it was amazing. It does a really good job taking the source material and turning it into, and using the time effectively. I also like that it was a little bit confusing at first until I realized that they were paying homage to Fate Zero in the third episode with the backstory. But once I figured that out, because that's not a part in the visual novel, they don't reference or they don't show that stuff. So that was a little bit confusing. But other than that, I liked that part. It just threw me for a loop a little bit. I wasn't expecting it. But other than that, it was really well done. Animations are amazing. It's nice to see the fights actually happening. And yeah, it was great. Episodes 2 and 3 were absolutely great.
Yeah, I'm gonna let Aaron go first for his rebuttal.
I don't. Okay. Well, Lee, you guys already had the discussion. I didn't like the episode because they literally just crammed Ilias.
Before we move, let's episode 2, because we have to cover 2 and 3.
Oh yeah.
So
True.
I mean, not a whole lot happened in episode
I don't even fucking remember what happened.
2 as compared to episode.
Oh no, I remember because I actually liked this episode. Castor's backstory crammed into one episode.
Yep.
Not as mad.
Yeah.
Not really mad about that because Castor actually, mattered in season 1. What else happened? Castor, and then
They decide to go talk to Ilya to help fight.
yes,
Castor.
yes.
And
Yeah.
they
Okay, yeah.
worked on-
See, I like that
Came-
episode.
killed the 2 servants.
Whoa! Spoilers. We don't actually know his identity.
Goldie?
Well, actually,
Yeah.
It is true. We don't know his identity yet in Fate's Stay
Uh,
Night.
okay.
Yeah, that's people might get mad. We
What time is it?
Honestly, does his identity really matter? Actually, it does because
Yeah.
if you haven't seen Fate Zero, it doesn't matter. If you have seen Fate Zero and you don't know it's that person, you're probably stupid.
No, you don't know. We might want to just
do
like
something.
blank it out. Yeah, and then people would just hear like us talking about a spoiler that they don't hear.
Okay. Anyways, he appeared, killed the 2 people, and I was like, yes, yes, good.
Goldie.
Dude, you're so
Wait a
bad.
minute. Wait a minute. You were happy?
Yes, I like Goldie.
Oh my god. Okay, we have
Okay.
diverging opinions here.
I like Goldie as a character. I don't like him as a plot device.
See, Goldie is a fantastic character. I mean, I hate him with all my heart, but that's just shows how good of a character he is.
Goldie works in both Fate Zero and Fate Stay Night because, well, Goldie is hilariously arrogant, and all the other characters have in Fate Zero have really nice personalities. In Fate Stay Night, everyone sucks except for Goldie, so he's elevated
That
to
hurts,
great
man.
respects.
That hurts.
Lee, I'm sorry.
Okay,
But-
so we can move on directly. Like, we're talking about the third episode, so now your issues.
My issues. Ilya's backstory crammed into one episode. I don't care about Ilya, although I do kind of care because she's related to Kiritsugu. But overall, I don't care. She died.
Rip.
Destroys. Damn it!
Yeah, no, that's gonna be blanked out. Don't worry. Continue.
Goldie. Fuck. Goldie utterly destroys Berserker. I don't like that because Berserker is physically the strongest class, and he should have gotten something done. But I kind of understand because, protect Ilya, whatever. Although he didn't really protect her, did he? I mean, she was
Yeah,
kind
he
of
did.
standing
He
to the
definitely
side.
He definitely did.
No. See what they don't. I mean, they kind of show it, but So a little bit to talk about those points is that fight with Goldie and Heracles. It took as long to watch that as it took to read. Basically, it was a really, really short fight. Goldie just decimates Heracles. But he basically, they don't really show it all that much, but he's basically standing over Ilya because Goldie is targeting both Heracles and Ilya.
Yeah, they didn't show that as much in
so
the
he's
anime.
defending himself perfectly well, but the reason he takes hits is because he has to also defend Ilya.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Are you done or like?
Yeah, I'm done explaining.
No, I meant Aaron. Like,
I'll add on to your thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Done.
Okay. So I from like Ilya's conception, I just wanted to know more like what would happen with Ilya. I liked the character design, and if you like someone's character design, that tends to mean like you want to see more. On top of the fact that I liked her relationship with Kiritsugu, I liked the potential behind her, like what she might mean for the show. From the moment I saw her and with Berserker, Berserka, and like. I was expecting her just to be a lot more significant, and that was complete wrong expectations because now I fully acknowledge that all my problems come from the inherent flaw of there not being a Fate adaptation, which would have been hard to do anyway. But basically, you get attached to Ilya. You're supposed to get attached to her through Fate. So
really,
the way yes, you are. Completely. I was
because I didn't feel attached to Ilya when I played the Fates.
No, that's well,
so
okay, well, that's strange.
That's your own personal problem.
Yeah, because everyone told me you're. Anyway, so I went in. So like, as an anime only show, as like a standalone anime, this is horrible writing. If you're just going in like that, because you get Ilya, you get her as the introduction fight in the earlier. And then you just have her backstory crammed into one episode, and then she fucking dies, and they expect you to care, and I barely gave a fuck, and I wanted to give a fuck, and it was so depressing and disappointing, and then you have Shiro on the just trying to stop it, and I guess he doesn't like people dying, but like he's going crazy about it, and then he just gets shot down by Goldie, and like. I like the fight, of course, but my whole problem came from Ilya, and just wanting to feel something and feeling hardly anything. And as far as I know, everyone that I've talked to about this says I am completely justified, just because if I'm as an anime only watcher, I lose. You lose quite a most people lose quite a bit if you're an anime only watcher. Some anime only watchers are still enjoying the fuck out of it. Tyler, but for me, I definitely have problems already, and I see myself having more problems in the future, and it's really upsetting. It's disappointing. But that's my problem. I wasn't so much confused as disappointed because I just don't have the attachment and emotional investment that I wish I did.
Yeah, but the point of the fight that we saw was it's supposed to be so they just lost another
member
ally.
Or player.
They lost an ally to someone who just completely destroyed them. They didn't even consider as part of their enemies, right? So their situation just got a lot worse. Whereas if you wanted to feel something about Ilya, you're disappointed because you don't get that. But you don't necessarily need it because that was just supposed to be, or you can just take away from it they just lost another ally.
Yeah, I took that away, but the show, I feel very clearly wanted you to feel something. I feel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
the episode was built around her, so you can't really say that. Oh, well, it was all about Shiro and Rin's situation. No, it was.
Well, I'm not trying to say that it's only about their situation. I'm just trying to say that that's what you can take away from it. I understand because like if they wanted that to be what it was, like if they just wanted that, they would have left out her backstory, obviously. But they didn't because they wanted to you know, help or make us visual novel guys happy. So it's all around just a pretty shitty situation for anime only watchers.
I'm kind of half an anime only watcher.
Well, you read Fate,
Yeah.
which is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to read Fate and then you can watch it. And you should get most of the experience.
Wow, you read Fate and you still have this many problems with it. That's interesting.
Yeah, that surprises me. But
That's interesting. Well, Tyler, how about you jump in?
I don't know. You kind of like said everything. Like, I understand exactly. I
Tyler?
100% understand. Hello?
hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Anyways, I understand 100% exactly what you are coming
I
from.
thought you liked.
I did like it, but I understand. Like, for me, I'm easily entertained, and that fight was amazing. Even though it was a little short, I was okay with it because I'm easily entertained. Like, I enjoyed the hell out of that fight. It just, like you
To
said,
me-
you felt left out, I guess is the best way to put it.
Yeah.
I just didn't think it was much of
you
a
felt
fight.
that.
Yeah, I did feel that, yes, but I also enjoyed the episode because of the well-made fight scene. Like,
Yeah, I enjoyed the episode, but I was still very disappointed. It's a confliction for me.
Mhm.
I'm still gonna obviously continue watching it. Like I wouldn't.
I'm
Like, I
really
like the
hoping
animation.
that what you said doesn't happen. Like, you know, you just keep on getting disappointed
Yeah.
because you're not a VN reader, because we're both anime only watchers here, and like, I'm really hoping that's not something that'll happen.
Yeah, and especially like extended into Heaven's Feel.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's definitely that surprised me a lot because I wasn't putting into perspective an anime only watcher like what they didn't know. So I came out of that episode and I'm just like, everyone's gonna love it. This is gonna be great. We're gonna talk about how awesome it was. And then I was just like, wait.
So what is inherently good about cramming a character's backstory into one episode?
That's all the backstory she gets in the visual novel. In that, like, it's they basically fully adapted the backstory you get during that scene.
I still believe that the VN is flawed in that way.
But
And
didn't people say that Heaven's Feel was more so Ilya's arc?
Yeah, Ilya was originally going to get her own arc. Then they decided to cut her arc, and they put the material they had from her arc into Heaven's Feel.
Okay.
Unlimited Blade Works art is purely about Rin.
Which is weird because Shiro seems to be hogging most of the screen time.
Well,
that's because he's the MC.
he's
You
the
play
main
as
character.
him.
Unfortunately, he is the MC.
Well,
He's
yeah.
he's not a bad MC in Unlimited Blade Works. In Fate, he's a little bit annoying, but in Unlimited Blade Works, he's fine.
I liked the scene where Rin jumped on top of him and held his mouth closed when Ilya was getting killed. I liked that. It was a good scene.
It really shows like what exactly he wants to do. He just wants to save everyone.
Yeah.
And
Which I
just,
think
like,
is kind of a retarded motivation, but whatever.
But yeah, I'm curious
It
what's
is.
going to
how
happen
old
next
is he?
too.
He's what, like 14?
No, he is 17.
He's in
I think.
high school.
Yeah, they're in high school.
You could be 15 and in high school.
I'm pretty sure they're all.
He's not that young.
I think Shiro's 17.
Well,
Rin's.
first of all,
I
17.
can't tell what
Ilya's
anime.
18.
So
okay, David, just saying, I played Fate, and if Shiro is at like lower than 17, it's really weird.
I'm pretty sure they're all 17 except for Ilya, who's 18.
Wait, what?
Ilya's 18?
No way. Well, she was born before.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
she's
makes sense.
18.
She's just
Holy shit! Yeah, that does make sense.
Yeah, that's
Why have I
Yes.
not put that together?
Stunted growth, bro. Stunted growth.
and also other things.
Holy shit!
yeah. Fun fact: she's 18.
God bless.
Yeah.
My life feels like a lie now.
I think that's mostly everything we have to say about Fate.
She
You
is
sure about
definitely
that?
18.
Yeah, she is 100%
Holy
18.
shit!
You sound excited.
I'm not excited. I'm shocked. Like, I also watched all of Fate Collide or whatever. Collide? I don't know. It's
Khalid Liner.
yeah, that. The Ilya spinoff or whatever. I watched all that too, so you know, I always thought that she was like some middle school age, like kid or whatever, and then just like,
because they're like full on lesbo in that, aren't they?
sort of. They cover it up because like they say, oh, I need mana, and you
Oh,
have mana,
yeah.
so I'm gonna take the mana through your lips. Like that's how they do it.
Oh
But-
yeah, there's definitely a lot of mana transfer in Fate.
I'm
I'll tell
okay
you
with it.
that.
But yeah, she's 18.
My life feels lied to now.
Okay. Cool.
But anyways, yeah, I think it's all.
Yeah, Shiro's 17.
I'm
Oh, sorry.
curious how the whole next episode is gonna be with the Blondie going, because he had shot them down out of the balcony because he heard them, right?
Yeah.
They showed that. So I'm curious how the whole next episode's gonna play out. Like, are they
Yep.
just gonna get slaughtered, or are they gonna make it out like some way? I don't know.
I just have a feeling that the odds are so stacked against them now. Like before Ilya died, they at least had some hope of making a deal. Like, hey, you don't want.
But we still have
Yeah.
Lancer, so
The problem is Lancer's always the shittiest servant.
No,
if...
no, he's the most.
Actually, no, Assassin's the shittiest servant in Fate Zero. But generally, being Lancer is suffering. So,
Assassin
well,
Fate Zero
yes.
is so like depressing.
yeah.
Being
So,
Lancer is suffering.
We don't
I
want to
will
talk
give
about
you-
Fate Zero because
Oh yeah, I'm not trying to spoil anything. I'm just saying like.
we definitely don't want to talk about Fate Zero because not everyone. Yeah.
Has seen it because they've been told to wait until after Heaven's Feeling.
So I think-
okay, so
And-
finishing up my point, the odds are so stacked against them now that I feel like the only way they're going to get out of it is through something really unsatisfying. Like they're going to ass pull their victory.
Well.
Deus Ex Machina.
All right. Let's wrap this around real fast.
Machina.
Archer.
Yeah, you know.
We still haven't figured out Archer's true motives. Like we
Well,
have
it's
hints.
a ruse, so
We don't know Archer's true motives though.
I mean it's a ruse. I'm pretty sure. So we got that.
We've got Lancer.
Mm-hmm.
We have what happened to Assassin again?
Assassin was Caster's slave thingamabob.
Yeah, he's guarding the
Still there?
Temple.
entrance. Yeah, he's guarding the entrance to the temple.
Okay. So he's still in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's still in. So the characters that are still in are Caster, Lancer,
Sure.
Archer, Caster, Lancer,
Archer from
Archer,
Fate Zero.
Moldy.
And yeah.
And I think that's all. Oh, and Saber.
Yeah.
She's still in.
Sort of. Just getting bent
And
over.
then we have the masters of Saber, Archer.
Well, the
Rider.
masters don't Yeah.
They do. They do matter because if you kill them, then their servants go away.
Bye bye.
Well, it doesn't matter for Caster because her master is fucking baller.
That's true.
Yeah. So
Yes.
Saber, not Saber. Caster now controls three servants, and she has a really strong master. I just can't see Lancer making a big difference. The only way I can see anything happening is if Archer reveals like his epic ruse and kills Caster or something. I don't know. That's all I have to say.
We shall see.
We'll see.
But anyway,
I'm
that's all that
definitely
I've
excited.
got for Fate, so I think that's it. So we should wrap it up here.
All right, sounds good. Thanks for joining us. We hope you enjoyed our antics, and we'll see you next week.
We'll be sure to make fun of Alex for being a filthy
See ya.
casual later.
Of
I
course.
mean, we already punished him by putting him in the back.